Welcome back to another video. I have actually just finished training, so let's take a quick look at how today's session went.
If you rockin' with it, put your hands up.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart, cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud.
Okay, so squats are done. I'm really happy actually. This block, the goal is I'm hitting PBs this block. Like, it's a very intense training block. Squats are being pushed to kind of the limit. And you know, these are big weights for me to be hitting on week 2 of a block. Like, they're weights I know I can always hit, but it's not an easy first couple of weeks of the block like it would normally be. Obviously, I'm trying to recover, so I'm not going crazy, but like, I started the block with a 150 triple last week on squat, which is heavy for a triple for me. And like, it moved fine. 155 this week for a triple, still moved absolutely fine, but it's just heavy numbers. Like, it's kind of, seeing it on paper is a little bit intimidating. But this is like my last big push of the off season before I then start dialing things back and getting ready for more like comp style of training. Although my training isn't going to change much at all, but it's just going to be a case of like, I can get away with pushing my back offs at heavier loads and things during the off season than I can when I'm leading up to a comp, because I want to, like, at this point, if I can hit these numbers under this much fatigue, what's going to happen when I then dial back the fatigue in like my comp block and stuff? This is kind of my thinking. And you know, the off season is when you want to force adaptation, and you're not going to force adaptation by going easy every week. So yeah, ramble over. Basically, I'm really happy with how squats went today. Having my thumb under the bar felt lovely. It felt so much more secure. My forearms didn't feel quite as like beat up or anything when I'd finished. They still feel a little bit tender, and like my elbows a little bit tender, but they've been like that for a couple of weeks now anyway. But I think it's actually feeling better and better now. And I don't feel like I've irritated them anymore through squats today. Yeah, the 155 triple, I did mess up the second rep a little bit. You can see my face, like I just pulled a face halfway up because I was like, what the fuck have you just done? But yeah, the 155 triple moved really well. 170 single. 170 as a fatigue single on week 2 of a block is crazy. But unracking it, it felt amazing. Like, fatigue singles normally feel awful for me, and this definitely felt the best my fatigue singles have felt in a while. Yeah, and I think part of that is due to the fact that I've got my thumb under the bar, so it's a little bit more secure on my back. And it takes a little bit less energy to keep it secure, I think, is a really important thing as well. And then back off fives. Back off fives at 140 on week 2 of a block is crazy to me. You know, I am pushing a lot harder this block, so my back offs and stuff are going to be heavier, and I am going to have to just kind of suck it up and get it done this block. That's kind of the theme of squats for this block. Like, this is the last big push of the off-season blocks. So yeah, I've got to just go all in and just remember, like, I keep saying to myself before my squats, like, because you don't feel motivated to come in and train and work hard every session. Like, I kind of save that mindset for the last couple of weeks of the block where I have no choice but to push as hard as I can. But going into each squat session at the moment, especially, I'm like, you're just gonna have to suck it up. Like, the key to a good squat is how much you're willing to suck up the pain and just push through. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm reminding myself before each squat session. Yeah, and no, today went really well. So it's been a really good week of squats for week 2 of the block. I'm quite confident that next week's numbers are also going to feel good. I've just written them up ready in advance. Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. Very happy with how squats moved. So gonna get warmed up and bench.
It's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want. This time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want. Let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey, it's alright.
Okay, so bench is done. I'm so happy. I'm in the best mood. I think my session's just gone so well. The numbers on paper were quite intimidating today, especially for week 2. Like, if they were week 4 numbers, I wouldn't really think much of it. I'd know to just put the effort in. But the fact that these are week 2 numbers that I've been hitting on squats and bench, I was a little bit like, I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to put the effort in required to make these move well. But I tried to just not overthink the numbers. Like, I just loaded what was on the program and just executed how I normally would, and everything went really well. I'm loving the new foot position on bench. I don't think my butt stayed down on my top single. I think it might have lifted up slightly, but I fixed that on my back offs. I just wasn't quite in the right position. Like, I hadn't tucked my back down quite right for my top single, but it felt really comfortable. I didn't pause it again. That's something I really need to get strict with. But then at the same time, I have my long pause single during the week for this reason. Today's more just about like getting accustomed to the heavier loads in my hands, so that when it comes to a comp, if I'm going for a PB or something, it's probably something I've done touch and go in training, or sort of touch and go, because I don't want to like bounce it off my chest. Yeah, no, 110 felt really comfortable, and then 100 for triples felt super easy. I don't know how many sets I did. It was supposed to be 4x3 at 100 for my back offs, but I lost count and I didn't film. I only filmed my first and my last set today. So yeah, I might have done 5 sets. I might have done 4 sets. Doesn't really matter though. If it was really difficult, I would have just risked doing one less set to stop the extra fatigue, but it was very comfortable, like super sub-max today. So that's the easiest reps at 100 I've ever moved. So that's very exciting. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say with bench. It's just been a really good session. I've got RDLs left to do and then just some core work after, and then we're done. So really easy, nice Saturday session. One thing I do think has been going well for me recently on these Saturday sessions, I've been training a little bit earlier, which is obviously good just because it's nice to get things done. And also I haven't been eating as much. So tonight I'm actually gonna have dinner. So I've saved myself like 1,500 calories for dinner because I don't know what I'm gonna have, and the menu doesn't have calories on because it's just like pub food. So I was like, right, I'll just overestimate the amount of food I'm probably gonna have tonight because I'm not planning on like stuffing myself or anything. So I've had less calories before my session, and I did last weekend as well, just because of the fact I trained early. And I think I actually feel better on a slightly empty stomach. I had one little like pasta meal at like 10 this morning that had like 400 calories in. I've had a protein shake when I first woke up at like 8, and a handful of grapes is all I've eaten so far today. And like I feel, it's now I think 1:30, so I actually feel hungry, but not hungry enough that I've got no energy, if that makes sense. And I think training on a slightly empty stomach is definitely better for me, so I'm going to try and remember that. Obviously when I train in the evening I don't really have a choice but to train on a more full stomach, because also I don't get home until so late that I don't want to then have to force down calories at like 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, I'm very happy. Very good session. There's just RDLs left to go, so let's just get them done.
Hey, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. It's alright, so let's move on.
So as you can see, it was a very, very good session. Yeah, I really enjoyed today's session. I didn't feel amazing going in, like mindset wise. Like I felt okay. I don't feel particularly tired or anything today. I just, again, it's that thing of like, can't be bothered to put in the work, and I know the numbers are heavy. But obviously it's not a choice and I was going to get it done regardless. And yeah, I just went in and everything felt really good. I'm really enjoying my thumbs under the bar for squats. I feel like my wrists are actually going to hold up for that. So very intrigued to see how that kind of goes through the rest of this block. Yeah, bench was incredible and RDLs were fine. It was just 3x8 with 90, nothing too heavy or anything. Yeah, really happy with today's session. I think I'm really enjoying the fact that on a Saturday now I don't have any like main deadlifts or anything. So I was doing sumo on a Saturday before and it just takes up a lot more time by doing all 3 compounds together, obviously. And that is my own fault. Like I split my week up like this because I know I can't justify doing like longer sessions multiple days a week. Like I have 2 days a week where I can get away with doing a longer session. And then the rest of my stuff is just accessories that are kind of crammed into an hour or less. But yeah, I think having no actual deadlifts, having just RDLs, which obviously don't take very long at all, in place of sumo, is just, I'm enjoying it so much more. It's like as soon as bench is done, I'm like, oh my god, I've finished. Like as soon as squats are done even, I'm like, oh, I've just got bench left. And I know I've got RDLs after and some core stuff after, but to me that's not the work. And obviously I still treat it as work when I'm doing it, but it's just that mindset thing of I'm not going to be here all day. So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying training. I'm enjoying the new split. I'm enjoying just doing 4 days as well rather than 5 like I was before. And just feel like I've got a bit more free time. Like on a Sunday now I can actually just fully relax. Although I think next weekend is just a normal weekend. And then I've got 2 weekends in a row of reffing both days. And that's week 4 and 5 of the block. So that's going to be interesting. But I've kind of just said to my parents I'll probably just get back here quite late on the Saturday nights. Just train kind of as quickly as I can, but it probably won't be quick. And then I'll just have to be tired on the Sundays, but that's fine. The comps aren't far away. They're both like a 2.5 hour drive away, I believe. So it'll be fine. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say. Not really got any important updates. Just plodding along. I feel like, again, I'm going to see mid 88s on the scales tomorrow probably. I weighed myself in the evenings and I'm sitting about 90 in the evenings, so I'm expecting to be like mid 88 still, so that's good. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got anything you want me to talk about in a video as well, or any questions for me that you want me to answer in videos or anything like that, comment those below as well, or you can message me on Instagram or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed and I will see you on Friday for the next one.
Alright, so let's move on. It's